Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Up, the 2v2 has started. That's okay. I'm like a second behind, but we're good. We didn't miss anything. They're starting in the DLC. While they're warming up, I'll say hello. Hello, everybody. I am Jay. I'm casting for Ignite in the 2v2 DLC Rando. This one is the Shardlight Scadu-clipse featuring Rambler and Dino, Brain and Brawl versus Vord and Let's Prepare to Try, DLTRRY. And I am joined with the wonderful Ellie. Ellie, how are you this morning?
Doing well this morning. Doing well. Yeah, it's really excited to watch this. I actually don't know a ton about Vord and Let's Prepare to Try. Is for those who don't know, we had a team unfortunately have to drop out. So they were a team that did the qualifiers in preparation to join the tournament and then joined last week. But they haven't played very much in the server, so I have no idea what to expect from them. So that's actually super, super exciting. Versus Rambler and Dino, we played a lot with them. We understand them.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting. And apparently, I've heard rumors that the weapon seed, according to a piggy,
yeah, I missed it.
Well, we have Meteoric Ore Blade and Battle Axe, so that tells me that it's pretty shit because you don't want to take Meteoric Ore Blade.
No.
And Battle Axe is. We also have, what is Rambler using? Something different there.
I don't. Maybe I'm a hater, but I know it's got innate bleed, Ellie, but I just really don't like Meteoric Ore Blade, even in Vanilla Bingo.
No, I don't either. I think in
I just
Bingo,
don't like it.
Good enough because of what you're killing typically, but I don't like it very much even in that format either. And I think it just gets worse the higher skilled you are.
Ronnie, Roadkiller, and Jeff, welcome, and everybody else who trickles in. I hope you're all well. Yeah, Moonvale, right? Yeah, I think it's Moonvale. Yeah, Transient Moonlight.
Yeah, Moonlight. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that's appalling. I don't know. I actually can't tell if I would prefer that or.
We just started SF, so you didn't miss anything. I actually technically hit past the starting soon screen when they were at the Grace. For anybody who is who wants to catch it all or has to leave or whatever, I have this live recording right now on my YouTube as well. And when the match ends, I will end it. That way it's kind of archived. And I'll put it in the Discord or give it to the players or wherever. You can obviously watch it on my Twitch, but on the off chance it doesn't save. The pretty common route, Ellie, Dino immediately going to Ballarat. So I played a 2v2 rando. I'm very experienced in 2v2 DLC, but I haven't played it in a while and shook off the rust yesterday and did really well. I only had one death, and it was to fucking Hippo at Reprimand Ghost Flame Dragon. What shit terrain that fight is. God damn it.
Bad. That terrain is miserable. You can take fights you're really good at, and you can put bosses there, right, that you're really competent at, and you will suddenly just have the worst time because it is just an unfathomably dog shit terrain. The angles make it really hard to navigate moves. Things go through the floor.
Right.
It's actually just abysmal.
Yeah, you're welcome, Roadkiller. You would think I got a command for every other goddamn thing, but hang on. Hang on. I'll get it for you.
Yeah, we see. Oh, that's fine. Torrent dies,
there,
but Rambler's
there
okay.
is my YouTube and that's where it's live streaming on it right now, but I'll archive it. So
I think I'm gonna load the seed up. So yeah, apologies about being a little late. That was mostly on me. I was yapping. There was some stuff with Jay and lost my own track of time. But I think I can download the seed certainly. I'm going to see if the starting class had a larval tier. Oh, I don't know where they got the seeds from. They must have been DM'd because they're not in the commentary channel. That's okay. Okay.
Yeah, Jeff, it was freaking Hippo and that terrain. I didn't even know what Hippo was doing half the time. He was half in the ground, half out. It was shit. So for anybody who might not know DLC or our 2v2 DLC bingo, or for anybody who watches this later and maybe they watch it as a past broadcast or something. So the players right now, your left players, Rambler and Dino are a team, and then Vord and Let's Prepare to Try are a team. There are 35 total checks around the DLC. And of those 35 checks will drop Scadu-clipse fragments, golden seeds, and mesmer kindling shards. There are 17 mesmer kindling shards around those 35 checks, and the players must find combined all 17 of them in order to walk through PCR's replacement's gate and fight the boss, or bosses, because it'll be 2 of them. In order to burn the sealing tree, each player needs to find 7, and it doesn't matter if it's duplicate or not. Good money in Reprimand, by the way. It doesn't matter if it's duplicate or not. There are different routes that'll bring up Nardi. I'm sure Nardi will hear that and pipe in routes. Demi-Human Queen here. Demi-Human Queen here at it's Gillica. The jails no one has to go through. Mariga is not a check. All of the catacombs except Darklight catacombs, so Jory is a check. And then O Mother is also randomized through the checks too. However, routes, you say. Hi, Piggy. O Mother cannot be found at Senesax, Bale, Jory, Midra, PK, Mesmer, Gaius, or of course any of the hinterlands, because that would be ridiculous. And we have it set up that way. So the players right now are essentially running around the map, setting up their routes, doing a couple of key item checks, which are your Ballarat Sewer Key, your Ensis Imbued Key, Ymir, and which one am I missing? Ballarat, Ensis, Ymir, and O Mother. O Mother itself are the key item checks as well. So usually it's, depending on the routes, anywhere between 15 and 25 minutes ballpark of IGT is when the players will start killing bosses. And the winner is the combined of IGT. So quit outs are allowed. You'll see players kill bosses and then quit out and then get the drop after, or they'll warp depending on where they are. And here we're going to see Ensis.
Interesting. I want to point out really quickly, speaking of routes.
Sure.
So what we used to see before, a lot of the time, we're actually seeing Dino do it very differently now, is you used to see often people would both run to Tolier, but what we've noticed as a big evolution of some of our routing now is that the player who's going into Shadow Altos first, so in this case for Rambler and Dino it was Rambler, he checked Tolier, communicated to Dino, Tolier doesn't have anything of value, it's not worth coming here, and so Dino actually takes a faster path across the bridge to Reprimand through going... Yep. He took a slightly slower path. The fastest path is by the forge. You go down the hill to the forge to the left.
That's what I did yesterday, yep.
But I think it makes sense in the seed for him to go here because his weapon is so subpar. They may really be looking desperate for a weapon. So I don't even dislike the idea of going that way. Yeah. So
there isn't... I do not hear the echo. Where is the echo from?
I want to make sure I don't have any volume on any... I don't have any volume on for either your stream
or
the Discord either, so I'm not sure.
Ellie has an echo?
I have an echo, but what would I be echoing from?
I don't hear it on my own, though, so...
And I don't have anything... Let me just check my tab. I don't have anything open. No, I have nothing open with sound. I was thinking, maybe I have your stream open with sound, or this Discord call with sound.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure my stream doesn't have sound on it in here. There shouldn't be an echo.
I made it to be so loud, so glorious that I'm echoing.
Hi, Yibby. Yeah, but where would the echo be coming from is my... that's muted. That's muted. You guys can keep letting me know as I mess through it. We'll keep talking.
Yeah, I'm assuming he found that in Ballarat, the Iron Greatsword.
Who's got Iron Greatsword?
Dino apparently.
Oh, okay.
I guess this is through Ballarat.
Oh, it was on Elac Great
Elac
Bridge.
Great Bridge.
Okay.
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 Okay. Yeah, I do hear the echo, Jay, but it's coming from your, like, it's like my voice is picking up through your headset or something, like your audio piece on your end, and then translating through your mic very briefly. That's where it's.
Okay, I might go. Let me see if this fixes it. If it shouldn't, but I will fix it through. Say something again.
Hello. Boop,
Okay.
boop, boop.
I'll put on.
So,
I'll put on my headset. It might be coming through my speakers through my mic, but it shouldn't. But I'll swap my audio source really quick.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what was happening. I just noticed that your light was flashing. It would be very intermittent usually when you were talking to. But...
Okay, tell me now, everybody.
Yeah, hopefully not. That should fix it. Hopefully.
Yeah, if it was lighting up, it might just be coming through the speakers and then clipping onto my mic. And if so, that should have been an easy fix. Better. Okay, yeah. So that's all it was. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
no problem.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if Ymir hits here. In my seed yesterday, typically I do not do this. I do what Rambler's doing right now, but I checked Ymir early and I actually grabbed the Grace and opened the door in the off chance that I got a remembrance, and then never found one because I wanted to dupe. A lot of times if I don't catch a remembrance in my 2v2 prior to going up to back section, I actually won't go to Ymir until later because I want the dupe. And Ymir doesn't land anything, but the money was plentiful in the last seed, so we already have.
We've noticed too, actually, is that we've noticed a lot of players choosing not to dupe anymore because you typically get so much money on your routing.
Ooh, Lettuce Armor.
War for
Sorry.
Dino, and no, that's good.
Yeah, so you guys aren't duping as much anymore yet. The dupe on most seeds is wasted. That's yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that you guys have like routed things a lot better because I'm like extremely experienced in 2v2 DLC Rando, but over the last handful of weeks, month or whatever, you guys have definitely been like min-maxing it, so it's cool.
That people cooked. But yeah, big pickup for Vord on the church here, as well as Lettuce Armor. So for those who don't know, Lettuce Armor is rolling attacks, right? Rolling R1s.
Yep.
And then also, yeah, a really important thing too, Ronnie pointed out as well in the chat that I saw, is Ymir had Earthshaker, which is an Asher War that can definitely go on Iron Greatsword. So far, 2 problems have been solved. I don't think Vord checked Ymir, I believe. I don't know if either of them did. So that, I'm sure they will. But yeah, the Asher War is going to be really important if Dino does pivot to Iron Greatsword, which I think he will. I think Iron Greatsword with an Asher War is just better than Meteoric by quite a bit.
Yep. Yeah, Lettuce Armor is so good, and they're all going to find it, so.
Yeah. Also, really like what Dino's doing here. He's choosing to level up his Scadu a little bit before running here in case this is a curse play. So unfortunately, it's pretty chill, but kind of wasted a bit. But I don't dislike that idea. With Graces being so quick to grab now,
yes,
those types of small things that felt really large in time lost before are somewhat inconsequential.
Pretty good money on this seed too.
Ooh, Dragon Halberd.
Yeah, I hate that check too, but he got D-Halb.
D-Halb is a weapon that I don't think is that bad in this format.
Yeah.
No. I think it's like unnecessarily maligned. I actually think I know Wander used it in qualifier seed 3 for a little bit until his warp dax was online, but
Fakrosh makes me laugh.
Course, yeah.
Oh yeah, but there could be some items in that Meppy. That's so awesome.
Oh, Backrash, cutie pie.
Oh shit! If you guys didn't know too, Pearl is casting the French.
Yeah.
So please, everybody, you guys all know the rules in this channel. If you don't, you're gonna learn them. The rule is we follow everybody. So definitely spread the love throughout the Souls community. I actually have not decided if I'm gonna stay on after this and just play Hitman or not. I guess I gotta decide what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, I know there's another game Harv is doing, one at 11:30, which I may join him.
Oh, nice. Okay, maybe I'll raid into that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's it'd be a good one too. Who is it? It's Who's, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's Who's, and because Who's made a joke last night. He's like, Sai, you can't come on as like a third or whatever to cast with Ellie and Jay because I need you rested to play.
Yes. Yeah, so far so good.
Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta, dog.
I love that.
It literally popped up. It popped up on my freaking. It wouldn't go away. So I'm like, you know what? To hell with it. I literally did that to myself just so I can get emotes on my main account.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It wouldn't go away. I'm like, okay, man.
I bullied Steph to subbing to me and Chewy into sub. Well, Chewy just did it for free, and then I bullied Who's as a condition for him subbing to me. So you can figure out that dynamic if you will. But that was the offer on the table, and he took it. So, so far pretty chill. Hospital looks fine.
Yeah. Money is fairly. Every time I look around, there's a rune pickup.
I don't know if I.
Plus 25 stone. Nice. I missed that earlier.
I don't know if there's a larval tier too. The larval tier on the bridge for Vord is really important. It gives Dino ability to reallocate his stats, in a really critical way. And I hope they don't use. It's not a hope. I wonder if they'll use Dehalb over Iron Greatsword. That only be because they don't have the Ash yet. But again, they should check.
Yep. And just for fun, just to make sure it works properly, I'm going to do an unmute here of Rambler's stream and listen into the caster, or to Dino and Rambler. Let's see if this works properly. It should. I can see it going up.
No, I'd rather Iron Greatsword, honestly.
So there you heard Dino say he'd rather Iron Greatsword. I'm going to listen to him for a minute. Yeah, see, the audio works really good on stream. I want to hear him talk about the larval tier, and then I'll mute him back up
how's
again.
The bridge looking so far?
Nothing great. Larval tier though, next to the enemies.
Huge, very good for me.
And there you go. Ellie called it. Rambler picked up that larval tier, and Dino said, "Awesome, huge for me." So. Mystery skip? Oh no, we got it. Nice.
Yeah, pretty big pickup there on the. That aggressive Fire Knight's Greatsword. I didn't see that.
No.
Did I miss that? And maybe in Rao?
It was in hospital under the balcony. Okay, all have it. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, where the Iris of Grace is?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I mean, that has to be the pivot weapon for. I mean, it may be the pivot weapon for Rambler. Honestly, Dino keeping Iron Greatsword and then Rambler going Fire Knights.
Yeah, I saw the Raptor Talons. Yeah, I want to see what these three. I like these little pickups here. Nothing really to talk about.
I wonder if Dino is going to go see if Moore has an Ash of War first.
Moore, nope. Moore in yesterday's seed, Ellie had Rambler. He was just to the left. Moore had infinite boiled crabs for 150 runes.
That's wild.
Yeah, I bought like, I don't know, 20 of them or something, and pretty much used them after I got out of like Shadow Altis, so I didn't even use them all, but yeah, only 150. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I always forget to use key items like that. I'm so bad at that. I have like Exalted Flesh or this, and I wonder. So, did Dino go to? Did I miss? I'm hoping I just.
Dino stopped. He didn't go all the way to Ramina.
No, but did he go to Ymir? Is what I'm wondering.
That I don't remember.
I hope he did, because so far that's the only Ash of War.
No, he didn't, because I can tell from his checks. Ballarat, no mother.
Oh, that's. I wonder if he's forgetting or if they haven't communicated.
Yeah, and Rambler has 3, right? Because he did them all except Ballarat.
He's not going to want to play the seed with Iron Greatsword like Ashless. That's
agreed. Great weapon though. Yibby and I love this
Yeah.
weapon. We used it a lot in Veil Break. But yes,
Fantastic.
an Ash would be great. Where was FGMS?
That's the Iris pickup that they were saying. Oh,
Okay.
he does have he did have.
Okay.
He must have got that in Ballarat. I think that's Sacred Order or Shared Order.
No, FGMS, not Fire Knight's Greatsword, FGMS. Ronnie's
Oh,
saying.
Flame Grant Me Strength, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see it. There is 2 Skadoo there too, Yibby, for sure. Yeah.
If he's going to right to his first check, so this is our first boss fight. Will be Dino in the bottom left.
Yeah, Dino on the bottom left. And just for fun, we're gonna unmute him because I'm a kid and I like to play with toys. His is a little bit quieter just because like his volume is different than Rambler's, so technically I could just turn on Rambler's audio, but little Morgott, which Morgott is one of those bosses like in vanilla that when you usually get to him in normal playthrough, you're pretty juiced and you kind of bully him, but he is actually a very fun fight.
He's
got a lot of strafes and
I think he also may be one of the hardest remembrances besides like Melania in the base game in terms of like without. Let me preface this really clearly. If you don't have like a full build and shackle and like
yeah,
right, like if you're not doing the full 9 yards how to fight him the way that you often would do in your current average playthrough, he is actually a very tricky boss moveset wise and does a ton of damage. He may be like one of my worst fights in.
Yep.
Oh, Dino's not going to get that stagger. Oh, how did he not get hit getting out of there either, though? Oh,
let's prepare to try. Just went to Ballarat, finds Endure where the Scadu is. I wonder if he'll go to Ballarat now. So 20 minutes in, our first boss fight. Rambler here going to face check Romina. Let's see what Romina is. Unless somebody's already done it and I missed it. It's FSB.
Tanky, but if he uses FG...
Good fight, Dino.
Yeah, very good fight from Dino. Very well done.
Does not get rewarded with what he wants, but the check is over, so...
Yeah. Yeah, Radagon 2 and... Oh, yeah, SFP. With Shackle, you can actually pseudo-script him, where you shackle him, stagger him, riposte him, shackle him, stagger him, riposte him, and then it just sort of... blows up. And I agree with Nartok here.
I very much agree, Nardi.
If the choice between Dragon Halberd or Iron Greatsword is on the table, I think you could use both, maybe. Dragon Halberd on easy fights early, that roll over, right? And then Iron Greatsword when you scale a bit, but I don't think
I would agree.
All the play is using the Alb over.
Radagon, when you don't start next to him, is also a bitch. He like, oh, yes. I had Radagon yesterday in the Solitary Jail Knight Mausoleum, and it was pretty much like starting next to him. And, you know, I had Iron Balls, so it pretty much kind of just trivialized him. I'm also a little bit of a hater. I don't really like the Radagon fight. Like, I used to think it was peak. Like, it's okay, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater.
What changed your perspective on
I don't know. Just, it's just... I don't really know what really changed my perspective on him. Maybe I fought him too much, which is also really dumb because you and I have had the discussion about Moog before, and I'll do a whole 2v2 DLC Rando seed with Moog Lord of Blood. Like, I love that fight. So I don't know. I don't really know what changed it.
It's actually funny. Moog is actually a fight that I have liked less as I've done it more.
Right, yes.
Because I find him more annoying to navigate than enjoyable. And it looks like we do see, by the way, Rambler going with the
I was just going to say that, yep.
Fire Knight's Greatsword, which I really like. He has the in-tier as well, which is going to help his damage a little bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Shura, who's he had a game at 3 Eastern yesterday, so probably asleep right now. He is a big Fire Knight Greatsword proponent.
Fire Knight Greatsword, yep.
He says that in Rando, on average, you're going to get way more value out of doing an int build with cold than you are going to go with Flame Art or Fire.
Okay, nice.
Because the cold procs will help your damage overall. and you will find way less things that can't be frosted comparatively to the many lists of things that are very fire resistant.
Yep.
Also, half your arenas are in water, which is another downgrade for fire. So
we have Romina dead, Ballarat Dancing Lion dead, and Solitary Jail Knight dead. Dino is about to do the Ghost Flame Dragon in Gravesite, and all the 4 key item checks, and not a single shard dropped yet. So the likelihood that Midra and PK will land one is exponentially increasing.
Yeah, I find this is so interesting. Rambler doing a
he did this with me yesterday. Yep.
Fog Rift. Their route is so because he
takes care of Fog Rift.
Well.
Yeah, and then he says that that the 2 in Reprimand, right? Edred and the Ghost Flame Dragon, Rolvin, Hippo, or Flexes.
I don't dislike that. I don't dislike using the majority Shadow Altus as a flex. Make yourself closer with this than Fog
I'm going to
Rift
do a
with
refresh
Verlana.
on Let's Prepare to Try here once it clears up a bit. I don't know. Every other stream is working good, so I'm guessing it's his stream.
I think so too.
I'll let it clear up a bit, guys, and then I'll try to bring it back to peak in Guru.
We have Mesmer, Neil at Ralva,
and
Dino dying
to a Crucible Knight.
It's not just the Crucible Knight is its own problem because the fight is so long because they're very annoying. They have lots of stall. They're also tanky. But he dying to this check, the Ghost Flame Dragon, is so, as you can see now, the run back is so bad.
It is.
Like, it's such a long run back.
Those tank Crucible Knights. When I was playing the U against the pros, God, every time I encountered a Crucible Knight, it would just kick my ass. I went through like a really bad phase of just completely forgetting how to fight Crucible Knights. Okay, thank you, Arkham. I appreciate it. That's good to hear, but also not right. Like, it's good to hear that I know that there's issues, but it's not good to hear because
yeah.
Thank you, Arkham.
The duality of that information is significant. Good to know it's not me. Not good to know there'll be issues.
Right. It seems to have cleared. I'm going to do a quick refresh on his stream. I'll have to re-interact with it and make it full screen, but that's okay.
Hey, don't worry. ASIM is in the US and is getting his
True.
Gets throttled by Spectrums. You don't need to it's not just the German experience. The US, Canada, we all got some. This is the scary part of the fight now, by the way, too, for Vord. The big guys that come out, he didn't pull it. What you can do is you can pull Neil away from where he spawns, and that also makes these adds, in particular, these 3 large axe soldiers, take longer to run to you. And if you have the damage, you can burn.
Right.
These guys hit for he's 2-shot, functionally 2-shot. He's handling this well.
Rambo does get a shard, by the way, at Guru.
Oh my god, that's awesome. That's good. First shard, I think.
Yeah. At least I believe it came from Guru.
I think so. Yeah. Okay, Vort kills the last one soon, hopefully.
Yep. Crucible Knight down for Dino.
Nice.
Does it quit out? We'll see a shard here. Maybe a shard here. Where is this O'Neal, by the way? Is this Ralva?
Ralva.
Okay. No shard for Dino
No
there.
shard.
A little shardless on this run. Also very completely random, but behind me here, where my guitars and rock band set is, I'm getting a really nice oak shelf that's coming hopefully by the end of this coming week, and I'm gonna put more of my stuff that's on my shelf that nobody can see on it. So I just happened to look down and be like, oh, that's gonna be a pretty good addition to the camera. ADM here does not drop speaking of Radagon, ADM does not drop Skadu or golden seeds or anything. He will only drop a kindling shard if need be, or if there is. Here's Radagon.
And we see Vord not opting to do the Red Bear and Route base sort of routing where you go Ralva and then you do the skip down to
Great jump, by
Route
the way.
base.
God.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah, very well done by Rambler. Instead, we see Vord going right from back section to Ralva to Hippo. One of the reasons the route-based skip has sort of become somewhat popularized is because if you're running all the way back section anyway, like Vord has. Oh yeah, damn.
He was like just a slightly off on the roll, like very,
Yeah.
very, very slightly off on the roll. I'm gonna tune in to see if he says anything. I think I was
That
probably
was
a little
like
late.
a little bit lingering
Yeah, he'll be
because of the
angry.
terrain.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Little lingering. Yep, I
First off,
agree.
was perfect, and then I got comboed.
I'm the best addition to the camera. You hear that? That's what I'm talking about.
So good.
That's beautiful. But no, the thing. There's a lot of interesting routing decisions. I just need like a minute and a half to nerd out by it, and then I promise. But
Please, no, go ahead.
The Vord play is really interesting. So for those who don't know, as far as I know, Shura invented and popularized a skip where you can go from Ralva in Shadow Altus down to Rao base through the cliffs. And the merit of doing that is that you can actually start doing Hippo through the Shadowkeep entrance. So if you don't know as well, through first floor, you take the elevator down, go to the right, hop over some barriers, and you can actually enter Hippo there. If you die, that entrance is closed to you. You have to go front side. But that entrance is really powerful to use, especially if you've already ran all the way through back section, because then you're not doing a run effectively twice, right? The run from Ralva to Hippo is the same type of run as your back section running.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one interesting choice. The second interesting choice we see here from Rambler is lots of players have been doing a route recently where you go to ADM quite early, maybe your second check even, but Rambler has given himself a couple more buffer points of Skadu and power, and this is kind of why I'm imagining, because a boss like Radagon is going to hit hard, it's going to be a long fight, and the more juice you are, the safer you'll be. So
excuse me. Yep. Awesome. Awesome insight.
Couple different route innovations that I think are really important, and very good kill by Rambler. No shard, but good kill. And Dino is doing Gillica. I think they're searching for a mother.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't think they want to do Romina, and I don't think they want to do you mentioned BBK.
Yeah, I saw it on Dino's stream. He went down there, grabbed the Grace, and I could see him just lingering in there standing. And it did look like BBK. Perfect emote, Ronnie. It did not look like Valiant Gargs. It was definitely BBK.
Okay, I don't think they want to do those fights, so instead they're opting for some more juice. And I think they're, again, finding the reason a mother is so important for those who are maybe a little newer to the format, I don't play a bunch, is Mother determines likely who's going to kill 5 bosses, Mesmer, Gaius, and all 3 Hinterlands bosses, so the Tree Sentinel, Duo, 1, 2, and the FSB replacements. And so knowing who's doing it early is very helpful for how you want to flex different parts of your route, whether that's like route base, whether that's Jory Midra, Jory Midra can be flexed, Hippo, Ralva can be flexed.
Yep.
And I think you can see with their checks, like doing the front 4 reprimand check for me feels like a sign of him being like, okay, I don't want to send like the easier flex checks maybe to do like Ralva. But now he's like, okay, maybe I don't have a choice. He's going to seal to Neil, and I wonder how Dino handles this fight. Oh, his damage is significantly better than...
Yeah, I also missed, what was it, Jagged Peak 1.
I think Piss-free. Sorry, Golden Godfrey.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Be more appropriate.
All right, Vord gets hit there with a lingering, and almost dies from it.
And then Let's Prepare to Try gets 2-shot by Morgoth.
I missed that, yeah, okay. Which we know is not a shard. I don't know where Vord got his other shard from, and Vord unfortunately dies to... anyone else froze? Who's froze? No, ma'am. Okay. I do. From Hippo, thank you, Ronnie. Okay, from Hippo. Okay. Okay.
This is a very tricky seed boss-wise so far. We've had Morgoth, we've had Neil, Radagon, BBK, and while FSB isn't particularly a mechanically tricky boss, it was tanky enough that I think all teams have opted to not bother doing it early. Romina drops like without, what is it, Jay? Without
300
flower.
360.
Yeah, so without a gold foul footer tender. Oh, it doesn't get the quit it in time. Well, that's sad.
Yeah, the long death there. Let's see. Deathrite Bird. By the way, I love this overlay. I'm splitting my mind here. Let's see what Deathrite Bird is first before is that a Death Knight? It looked like a Death Knight, and we talk about Death Knights all the time in 2v2 DLC Rando. Not the most difficult fights in the world. Like very like pretty routine, easy fights to like navigate. But my God, the Death Knights are like, I agree, Ronnie.
Nice
the death.
Oh, you're gonna see the skip. Sorry, you're gonna see Dino do the route change.
Oh yeah,
by the way,
cool.
Peter. Just sorry to interrupt you. I think it's kind of an important. We didn't see the skip all day yesterday, so this is kind of what I meant by route variations, where Dino is going to jump to route base and save a lot of time going from Morth Ruins.
Death Knights are like the very nice. Are like the Black Knife Assassins of the base game. No matter where you find them, they're just unbelievably tanky. I'm looking at you, Electo. So I don't mind Rambler leaving that Death Knight at all because it's just going to be extremely lengthy. But what I was going to say as we were running there, as we see peak Godfrey fight, Godfrey fight is I'm really happy with this overlay because I don't have to worry about counting shards and whatnot.
Oh my gosh, I hate
also,
the
hi
Notepad
Fen.
era.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much. Sorry for the ad. I do have pre-roll ads like off, so it must have been just a random. And of course, SF being as kind as she always is.
Yeah, DBase points the damage between Vord and
Dino
really
on O'Neal. Yeah.
Yeah, was very significant. I will say Rambler has went to heavy on Fire Knights. I don't like it very much. I think cold is just going to give you really good value, and from my understanding, the AR scaling between cold and heavy is not much different for.
Yeah, I went to heavy on balls last night, but I waited till like 50 strength. It's a little bit different, right? It's a different weapon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He gets the Judge. Beautiful. Hey, you have two Godfreys on the same screen, top left or top left, top right.
Exactly, game. I don't have to. I was like, where did that shard come from? And I don't have to pay attention to where the shards come from as much. I mean, I want to, right? In case somebody asks. So, hi, game. How are you? SF, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Fen. Fen, I hope you enjoy the emotes. Great fight from Godfrey on Rambler. I love that fight. A fight that I used to hate, and then one of my favorites in the base game.
Interesting routing choice by Rambler not to go to PK.
Thomas, my boy, GG's again. It was an honor to cast your match yesterday. You played unbelievably well, which is pretty much par for the course for you.
He's back. Sure, he's back.
Sanguine Noble, be careful. Jaja, thank you as well for the follow. I noticed all you guys from whose stream. Very kind of you.
Interesting to note here, Rambler decided against setting up further into PK, but doing the Ghost Flame with ad check anyway. One thing that is a bit of a, I guess, weakness of that idea is that you if you do have to go to PK, you do have to go do like kind of a part of the run again, all the same, and their shard count is so low.
So you read my mind.
I think I would say go, like if Wanderer's in the scenario and he's killing the Ghost Flame with ads, I would just assume he's setting up PK because he's aware that our shard check is so low.
Yeah, I'm actually hoping. I was actually hoping
PK.
I was actually hoping that that you guys would help me out on this and tell me what you think. I was gonna say, like, you know, Thomas or Nardi or whoever in chat, you Ellie, of course, because of how low the shard count is, right? All four key item checks missed. Solitary Jail missed. Ghost Flame in Gravesite missed. There was a lot of like early Bellarat missed. And if you do the Ghost Flame, like if I'm doing this in the Ghost Flame, would you send your partner like, hey, you need to go at least down, maybe to get the Fisher Grace or the Cross Grace or something, because it's more likely that it's there. So, and this is why you and I cast well together, because we kind of feed off each other. I think I would have gone down there for sure.
Yeah, I think with the shard count being so low, I think I've even Wander and I may have like 6 shards as a team, and we're still saying, hey, go set up PK. It's trying to think of tempo for
Good
checks.
fight.
I will say though, what does he have left? Did they kill Inside Reprimand left? The boss. They know
I have not seen it. Yeah, it is a Death Knight.
So
they killed Gillica though, yeah, and which missed. Thank you again, SF, by the way, to Fen. That was very kind of you. And watch this long while Ellie kind of chats here. This Death Knight's going to be on your screen for the rest of the game.
Yeah, actually though, I was just thinking. I wonder if Rambler has chose, because PK is one of the checks, as Jay said earlier, that can't drop O Mother. And I wonder if because Dino is kind of running out of some of those easy checks for O Mother scouting to do. Before it goes down. I wonder if Rambler and Dino have decided to prioritize ensuring that they can find O Mother, which is why the pivot from PK run happened.
Okay. But I'm also reading what Thomas put in too, so
I don't know if I agree with that decision. I'm wondering if that's a part of their logic.
Okay.
Also, Dino showing why crystal darts are a fantastic crafting. So we have the crafting kit, every player does, and the crack crystals available on round table. So you can buy, 20 and craft like 30 something darts, and it's awesome because when you fight watchdogs, you can make them kill their friends.
Yeah.
So,
I agree, Jaja. Yeah, Death Knights, and especially the big lightning attack, right? But yeah, no, it's good. I like these kind of conversations. Like Gibby saying he tries to hold it a little bit longer. Thomas saying it's like 50-50. Like these different, these just different viewpoints are really good. Also, this troll is going to be fairly tanky. It's just a troll, but he will be tanky at Jagged Peak 2.
Yeah, if he misses a charge R2, for example, or the loop gets disrupted, then he can be in trouble quickly. It'll hit him pretty hard. But
yep.
Yeah, no Mother still. I think so. Yeah, I think Dino's hunting. My guess is he's gonna go kill Deathblight and Romina, because those are 2 checks that can also drop O Mother.
Yep.
So my guess is while Rambler works his way up the peak, Dino and is gonna go kill those 2, and then on the other side we have Let's Prepare to Try getting to the Regalia. And I don't think we've seen Dancer Axe Talisman's a nice find. When Rambler goes there, it'll be good for him.
Yep. And Rambler choosing not to run up to...
Yeah, they're on Mother Hunting.
They are, which is great.
Hunting.
Yep.
Yeah,
and he does get a shard. Yeah, he does get a shard, but yeah, that's really smart. So as I mentioned earlier, O Mother cannot drop at Senesax, but what you commonly see is players run up to at least the Senesax Grace or run up to Bale, and they are definitely O Mother hunting, which Mesmer, here's the Dancer. It is, well, we're going to find out what it is. It's only one of 2. It is Snay. I think that was white. I need to see again.
I couldn't tell the blue of the sword.
Nope. It's regular Apostle. Okay, it's regular
Perfect.
Apostle. Mesmer has to be killed by at least one player. I mean, they're both not going to do it, so it has to be killed by a team, regardless of shard count. So Mesmer can drop a shard, but regardless, even if they were to have 17 for whatever reason, Mesmer has to be killed by a team. It's the only other duo fight, and by duo, like 2 bosses, than PCR. My logic is to try to keep true to the vanilla as well.
Yeah, like the form of it, right? Like the idea that you can't Mesmer for
in order to burn the Sealing Tree. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the promotion of more duo fights or face fights rather are important.
Good Apostle there by
Talisman here too.
Yep.
Must be happy about that.
Yep. Good Apostle, which is a shard. Yep.
So we're really down to the wire. I think the O Mother can only be at Romina,
Yep.
Deathblight Lion,
Deathblight.
or Rakshasa are the
Yep.
3 remaining checks that we haven't seen as a cast yet. Boy, when
Have
Rakshasa
we
has
seen
it,
have
or
we
Deathblight
seen
has it, it's
has somebody killed
we
the
haven't seen Reprimand
reprimand?
inside,
I don't
but-
think we've seen that,
Oh,
right?
what is it? Like
I don't even
did
remember.
they even check?
Nah, I don't even remember.
I'm gonna go rewind the VOD to check because I have to know what evils await them inside of Reprimand for them to be so scared to check it because it must be something diabolical.
We'll see here if Vord goes to PK, or at least towards PK. When we get close to the end of the Romina fight, I will see if I can remember to undeafen Dino. Actually, I'll probably undeafen Rambler. Rambler's volume is a little bit louder, because this is a possible. Oh, mother.
Okay, so I think it is, if I remember correctly, and all our lovely folks at home and Jay can correct me if I'm wrong, but if I remember correctly, the Moog that has his back facing the arena is always Omen?
It always
Or
is.
is it
Yes.
the Moog that spawns
Yes.
in?
No.
Okay, so that-
back is sewer.
Okay, so yeah, the Omen, the Sewer Moog variant is the one inside of Reprimand, which
Okay.
I now understand why they're avoiding.
Should be okay. Yeah. Should be sewer. Mode,
Very
yeah.
tanky, kind
I'll
of a long fight.
Talk about
but-
tanky. Look at your bottom left.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly I would prefer one of them
no.
take.
Oh my god, good quit out by Let's Prepare to Try. Jesus.
Fast von einem Hund runtergeschubst worden.
I also prefer that they do Reprimando. Oh, the Death Knight too. We haven't seen either team kill the Death Knight here.
Oh, you're right. It could be the Death Knight. Yes, you're right.
So we have a few. I think I would like to see them do Omen. This Romina fight is so much longer if they are mother hunting, but you have to kill this anyway.
You have
so
to kill it anyway, right? Exactly.
I
Yep.
just think I want to be as juiced as I can for FSB
Yep.
because what a
A full-grown, very tanky Judge. I could not agree more.
tanky.
I want to
He's,
see
you know,
his Death Knight. I mean, actually, that's decent damage. Now he's got Axe Talisman.
yeah, and Pierce right on the charge R2. So
Mhm.
I think this is kind of another thing. Like even on Death Knights, I think if you're running an int build with cold, you're going to do really good damage against them
Agreed.
if you're not running Sacred. Like we do that in Bingo all the time, right? When we fight Death Knights, cold is still very much a fine affinity.
Yeah, the Holy's pretty
Um,
nice, UB, I agree. Ooh, nice Remembrance pickup there by Vord on his way to PK. It's just, what, 40,000 or whatever it is, but hey.
I think is Malik 30K. I think isn't Rykard the only
It was Gaius, but
Gaius? There's only I think it's Mesmer. I think is the only 40,000.
nice roll, Dino. I love rolling that move.
It's
All
really
right,
cool.
I'm going to unmute Rambler stream here. See. Oh, mother at Romina.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, my that Romina. Okay.
Okay, you go do it then.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm doing it now.
Okay, well, there you
There
go.
was a shard. I'm gonna finish Reprimand.
And Death Right
Perfect.
Bird was a shard, and there goes Rambler to Mesmer, Rykard, Radon. Okay. Good. Good. I'll tell you
me,
what,
it may
hints
be-
and sincerely, SF. That would be awesome.
I will say that's one of the better Oh Mother spots, I think, because both players often will have access to it, and so you can really use that as a big flex. I wonder then though if Dino's going to Oh Mother, because what is Rambler has Senesax, Bale,
Yep,
and PK left on his route.
correct.
This Moog is the final shared check that they have together because Ralva, Rao Base, and Hippo is going to be done through back section, like the back side of Shadowkeep, like I said earlier.
Oh, well, Ralva's
I
already
think-
dead.
Yeah, so I think that means Dino has Sewer's Shadow Tree prep. I think that means that Rambler is probably going to be responsible for both PK and Jory.
Oh, honest and sincere
Potentially.
ICSF.
Depends on how fast the checks go for Dino and Hinterlands and Mesmer, right? There's quite a lot still to do, but Dino may take Hippo, Shadow
Oof.
Tree. Yeah.
That was a hit.
Yeah. That move in some areas is a little. The strafe isn't as consistent, unfortunately.
The 5-time champ, what mausoleum is he in right now?
Is he in? Did we just miss the set? No, it wasn't Red Bear.
He did. Oh my!
I
I
don't
missed the whole run to
Rakshasa.
Rakshasa. Jesus Christ! I was so paying attention to the O Mother drop that I missed his run all the way through Castle Watering Hole. My God!
Good kill. Won't be O Mother, but that's fine. They're still getting info. I know. No.
This
Bull
should be a
Shasha.
shard for Vord, if I remember correctly. I think Rambler got this shard earlier. Rakshasa does drop a shard. Very nice for prepare. Oh, the quit out right at the dog. Yeah, he was running down there. That was very funny. That dog bit him through the wall.
Shard at Moog and Reprimand. So Reprimand
Nice, okay.
inside is a shard as well.
Yep. Yep.
We're going to
Here.
be pretty careful.
My God, yeah, look at his health.
Mesmer can be such a heal catcher if you try and chug more than once. It's sometimes even once. He's so hard to heal through. I think he's just trying to greet a stagger so he gets some safe healing off. Oh, what the hell? I thought he was dead. Did you too?
Yes.
You made a noise, and I'm like, Jay also thinks he's dead, but he isn't, I guess.
Good stagger. Okay, good. Lord, I'm sweating over here. Oh, Moog Lord of Blood, by the way, at Mesmer.
Both Moogs in one seed. Beautiful.
And Dino putting in some pretty good work here. He's already got 2. Nihil about to come. Pretty good, though. Yeah, that's a pretty good phase 2. Just under half health. Very good.
Can't ask for more than that. And Rando, this build is actually so super cracked. The chance you one cycle him is in base game Rando, it's much more likely. In DLC Rando, it's much harder to get a one phase. We're also going to see Deathblight Dancing Line on Rambler's screen, which we haven't seen this boss yet.
Yep.
And also, we're really seeing the damage difference, by the way, between
huge,
Dino
right?
And Let's Prepare to Try now. Like at the beginning, it looked a little more equitable, perhaps, but now we're just really seeing the fall off of D-Hal, even on a fight like scale.
It's Moog wing time.
Ronk at a Beast Clergyman at a Deathblight.
No, not at all, SF. Not at all, SF. Very kind. Beast Clergyman, another great fight. We had a conversation yesterday in a seed where, like, I can't remember if you were there, Ellie. Garank just reminds me of Malekith. I love Malekith. I like fighting him. I like fighting him in no matter where, but Rando Malekith is so much different than vanilla.
Bad by different?
Like bad, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I love the fight. Even when I see him in Rando, I'm like, oh, cool. But he's actually not good in Rando. I just enjoy the fight.
Yeah. No, Garank is different. Like Clergyman is a much more enjoyable fight.
Teams were picked. SF teams were picked.
But also Vord is playing with fire, or I guess lightning on the Death Knight.
Well said.
Roll.
Beast Clergyman down there, well done. The Fire Knight's Greatsword really putting in work.
Yeah, this is looking like a weapon gap.
I was just going to say, it looks like a little bit of a weapon diff here, right?
Like they're 5 checks ahead, but the deaths are there's only 2 less deaths. And I don't think that makes up the check tempo difference at all. I think we're really seeing like
both
of the somber weapons don't scale. Right, one of the weaknesses of somber weapons like Dehab like or Blade is that they are scaling peaks more with their weapon level, and the stats start to, for most somber weapons, outside of getting +10,
Right.
the stats are really like challenging to scale deeply. Well, Alabaster is an exception. Death Poker is another somewhat exception too. But like this,
Good jump.
smithing weapons are just so much better because they scale with all the juice that you're getting. I wonder if it's I wonder if it's a preference on Fire Knights. Like I'm really trying to. The Fire Knight Greatsword is interesting. I know Let's Prepare to Try ran through Ballarat later, so I don't know if he would have found Iron Greatsword on the bridge if he didn't run that way. I'm trying to imagine how that happened, but
so we're gonna see Prepare over here with Morgot, as we know it's not a shard. As Rambler goes to Hippo, where, if my memory serves me right, is a shard. Crucible Knight Misbegotten Warrior duo. Actually not bad here in Gaius.
great arena for it, honestly.
Because you can use Torrent. There's a lot of space.
No, this is kind of like, it's just like the original arena, but bigger, right? There's like no downsides to this. Also, we did see Rambler go through Shadowkeep through the backside for Hippo, and it's a Beastman, so no risk here, hopefully, of death. Yeah, no, not a chance.
I believe this is a shard.
I think so too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now he's going to kill Romina.
Because he has Senesax, Bale, and PK left. Is he interesting?
Yeah.
And Dino only has 3 shards. Oh, we're looking at a shard split conundrum potentially here.
Potentially, yeah. So this will be a lot left, but yeah, this will be very interesting as we kind of get down to the what Rambler. Well, you couldn't have done that any better.
I love that tag.
I love watching that.
It's so funny.
Thomas did that to the FSB yesterday, and I love seeing it. The problem is Thomas's FSB didn't cooperate with him. I don't know if it was just a little bit of a mistime charge, but I learned that in like, in Ignite from when we would play rando events and stuff like that, and I didn't even know that was a thing. To tank him out of that. I don't know if I learned it in like You Against the Pros or something. But
I've been doing it for quite a while now, and I think I figured it out by accident one time. I just like charged him.
Great roll.
And then, well, I think I was stupid. I think one time I tried jump attacking it, and then I just tried a Gaius big.
Yep.
I tried jump attacking it to see if I could go over it on terrain, and then it hit me out of the air, and I noticed its animation get all weird, and then I asked Helios about it, and he was like, oh yeah, you can just do that if you hit them while they charge.
Yeah, Fen, he is so tanky. I mean, it's full grown, right? And then it's Romina.
Where's Romina rank on the scalings again? I know it's similar to Deathbite, which is very high as well.
I think it's 4th, right? Isn't it Bale PCR? It's either Bale PCR Deathblight Romina or Bale PCR Romina Deathblight. So it's either 3rd or 4th. Oh, it's the same. Okay, so I was wrong. I thought it was, for some reason I thought it was 1 over. Okay. So we're going to see if Rambler grabs the Grace. It is Valiant Gargs. I am a huge liar. I thought it was BBK down there.
That's a much more scary experience in terms of time save or time loss.
I don't know if Rambler is going to just grab this Grace, grab the next Grace, if he's going to run up to Letta. I'm curious to see. He's going to continue. Okay, we'll see what he does here. Yeah, I thought it was the shadow that cast it on Dino's stream. I legitimately thought it was BBK.
Yeah, no, I think I saw that too and thought the same.
I knew he was very scaled, Fen. Yes, he's very, very, very scaled. For some reason, I just didn't know it was the same. I thought they were like 1 tick higher than Hinterlands. Also, just while we have a quick little lull moment, we got Lamenter, and I will die on this hill. I think the punch method, even in this, is worth. I really do.
I think you need to have
I'll
a
fucking
very,
die
very
on this hill.
strong. I think you need to have a very strong build to justify it, and I don't think it's worth like it most of the time to avoid doing it. I think like most of the time I agree it's worth doing.
While we have a quick lull, big shout out to Harv for this this overlay. He made it unbelievably work very well, and he's actually tweaking it too. He's got it set up very, very, very well as far as shard counting and the way that the timers tick up together when somebody's quit out or in a loading screen.
And can I give it just
very
a
nice.
fallback? I think the French folks are probably watching Imperial, but just to give a shout out to the French community.
Please, yeah.
A lot of the technology that is being used here is very similar to DRL's website, right? Where it auto calculates the seeds and the deaths and the check timing, all those pieces. Harvey's using a very similar system. So, as a player, I can mention every one of us downloads our own specific seed, and that is then hooked into the overlay itself as a part of the broadcast too. It's actually quite beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But just the sort of innovation upon innovation from folks in the Elden Ring community, and we've partnered with the French quite a lot, and they're awesome.
And gone are the days, Ellie, of quitting out after killing PCR. Your time just stops when you get the enemy felled.
Nice.
It's just really cool.
And pick
a little bit of nerding out there.
And pick up games in the server. That means you can take your final screenshot anyway to post your result.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Nice Lamenter fight. A little hairy at the last split there.
And it is a... Wow, see, that's big. So
Shard.
Having a shard be at Lamenter, right? There are some bosses that sometimes maybe you want to skip. And there is a shard.
Judge, that's really funny. This fight's going very long in particular.
The Valiant Gargoyle fight is longer than my whole casual Demon Souls first playthrough.
I will say, really cool. I think one thing I want to be really mindful of is I think Vord and Let's Prepare joined this tournament as we haven't done an event like this before. Let's give it a shot. I know Vord was watching some really old routing videos of mine to when
yes,
the format
yes.
was growing as a way of learning not too long ago. But I don't want to take away from some of their decision making being a little bit unoptimal, with the weapon choices from their intelligence here, because a really small example of optimization on the fight is watching Let's Prepare to Try use dumplings, for example, to heal over Flask while he's already poisoned by the gargoyles.
Yep.
Just they're good players. I think Rando is just such a hard format, and there's so much learning that it can be. Rambler and Dino have done a whole 2 events now, I think, of this format, and there's a wisdom that comes with that. That's just really hard to replicate. And Dino gets fucking tossed for a second by Horaloo. This arena, I can imagine terrain-wise, is kind of brutal for some of his stomps.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well,
he gets grabbed there. Yep. Damn.
And Space Jam. Bonk. Dude's having to flame Josh and Ronnie at the same time. Also, hi, Who's. Good morning.
Hi, Who's.
Yeah, get him out of the hole. This is a
hi,
much
buddy.
better spot to fight him.
Yeah. Pops the FGMS. Grab attack. One of Horaloo's 18 grab attacks. Prepare half health out of flasks. Second Valiant Gargoyle almost dead. Crucible Knight Misbegotten duo on the top for Vord. And Ramble Goat running to Bale, or excuse me, to Senesax, which is Malekith.
So we have Beast Clergyman and Malekith from the same seed.
And he gets to fight them both. Well done, Prepare.
Fantastic.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, long fight.
Oh,
but very well.
I put their audio on really quick. I can't understand it, but...
Ich war auf einem HP vergiftet und ich habe die letzte Flasche in der letzten Sekunde noch trinken können.
Dino got the stagger, by the
well
way,
done.
on Horaloo with crystal darts. Which is
really?
I think I'm gonna double check and watch back the clip. I'm pretty sure I just saw that. But a little unfortunate because that staggers some good damage.
Who's your match is in 25 minutes? Is that correct, or am I wrong on that? Is it a little bit
No, it
later
is,
than that?
yeah. It's
Okay.
11:30.
I was deciding whether or not I wanted to stay streaming and like play some Hitman, and I think what I will do is turn raid into, I believe, Harv. 2 hours. Oh.
2 hours? Why did I think it was at 11:30? He does. That's funny. He does get the stagger on Horlu with crystal darts from far away.
Prepare going down to Jory. Rambler literally fighting the entire Vanilla Malekith fight, if you think about it. He fought Garank, or Beast Clergyman, whatever.
It does start in 2 hours, 1 p.m. Eastern. On the website here.
Oh, we're good. Okay.
Post any information on the event.
Yeah,
That's
thank
already
you.
pinned as well. The pins there. I'm bot, but you know.
Oh, it would have been awful, Jaja. Actually awful.
Yeah, you can't afford a death like that. And Dino coming here, much more juice. Again, we'll see a big weapon difference here. I think for Dino, heavy iron, great sword.
Yep.
Remember the days of Rando where we used to have Solo Gargoyle as its own boss and Valiant Garg. So if you walked up and see the Gargoyle, you wouldn't be quite sure because the names weren't also spread out that it was Valiant. You'd have to get the Gargoyle the half HP and see if another one came and airstrikes you at the same time.
Here comes a shard for Vord, as we know.
Wow, Rambler's Malekith fight must have been so quick. I didn't even see him do it.
Yeah, it was fairly. I mean, it was fairly quick. Yeah, I don't think there was anything.
I posted the website and looked at chat, and then I looked at the screen, and he was running up the hill to bail.
Definitely a bigger damage, like a huge damage difference for sure. There's one down, takes a hit though.
I will say, as a person who's usually a death merchant, this person being Dino, one death so far in the season on some of the bosses he's had to fight is like very impressive.
Yep.
Doesn't die to Horlu, doesn't die to Morgott. I think his only death is the Ghost Flame Dragon, which was, what was it? In Shadow Alta. Oh no, Graveslate Plains, sorry.
Tree Scent?
No.
Or am I not thinking that right? Well, that was my seed last night. Another FSB at Bale. I am actually disappointed. Dina, when you watch this back, remember what I always said about you in DRL. I said in DRL, Dino is good for an 80 or like a 25.
Yeah.
Because he's very good.
I mean, Dino came into VC earlier before the game. He's like, I'm sick as a dog, but I'm here. And maybe being sick is his superpower, because he is playing pretty well. Nartok cheated to win. It's not cheating if you're lucky. Another crystal dart kill. Nice fight by Dino. I think that's his, like, third time using crystal darts to execute an enemy in some way.
All right, here comes Lamenter, which I see that Vord is bypassing at the moment, which is fine. However, I don't remember. I don't remember if Horlu dropped a shard, which is at FSB, but Lamenter does.
Yeah, Lamenter does do. And we have Semshade here at Jory. Nice and simple. Semshade with ads as well, but
which is a shard. Okay. Hi, Tibbers. What are my thoughts on what on 007?
De Novo, the anti-piracy software.
Oh, I haven't heard of it. Like I have that game pre-ordered. I bought that game like 4 months ago, and I'm so mad that they're launching it after a large, long US holiday. Like I think they would have seen. I think that was a mistake, that they should have launched that shit like this weekend or last week.
Yeah, Denuvo is an anti-piracy
Oh, I've not heard of that.
piece of software that
Okay.
is a custom in-house one by, I can't remember what dev is it. Is it Ubisoft that's developing the game? I think it's Ubisoft's that is their IP. I don't know if they've given us other software
Yeah, because
publishers, though.
007 is made by IOI.
Yeah. So, it's a very, from the piracy side of things, it's known as a very challenging, challenging piece of anti-piracy to crack.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
Vord
it
in a
is
little trouble here.
crackable. Oh my gosh.
Vord in a
Oh, yeah,
lot of
he's
trouble
getting-
here.
How is
Yeah.
he not dead? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I was gonna say, how is he not dead? But he was actually playing on borrowed time, and
Yeah.
one thing to note though about what we mentioned earlier, right? Rambler now forced to run to PK with the shards. He's basically had to do the run to Ghost Lane with ads again, right? Because and that's what we were talking about earlier, right? He could have had the setup.
I think I would have at least gone to the cross. Like I'd have had the conversation with my team, like whether it was you or Who's or Thomas or Nardi or whoever. I'd be like, hey, I want to go towards PK, and then we would just decide as a team, like, hey, just grab cross or grab the bottom of the pit or something.
The best in terms of
Thomas
like, I
went
think
all the way to
cross-
the bottom yesterday, Elia, and I liked that.
Yeah, the grace I like the most is
So this tree spirit, Jesus
the
Christ.
the one, not the one before the great rune that breaks, but the one afterwards.
The one like in here.
Yeah, because if you take the one inside, you can actually quit out and warp away, or you can warp away without quitting out. But the one on the outside, you're typically still aggroed by enemies. So if you are doing this preemptively to set up, the grace that Rambler just ran by, that he's grabbing now, confused.
Right,
Ellie
right.
is confused because why are you? Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, that's the grace if you're going to set up PK, you would run to. I guess he's gonna skip the next grace, I'm assuming. Because
Apparently-
why else would you do that?
Apparently, I need to look up. How do you pronounce it? Is it just Denovo or Denovo?
DENUVO, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up because I've just read what Jaja wrote about it. I usually stay up on like a lot of this tech or gaming stuff, and I've not heard of it. Whisper
Yeah, it
Dead,
does-
thank you for the follow. Real quick, self pitch or whatever. Hi, I'm Jay. I don't really stream a ton, but I do play a lot of Elden Ring and Hitman, along with some Hunt Showdown. And I would definitely I think it's probably safe to say I'm like one of the main primary co-casters with Who's. So I appreciate the follows. Please also follow my wonderful bestest friend Ellie. Along like
Hello.
Who's is in chat, and like you guys should all know Who's, but in case you don't, he's our local idiot, and I love him to death.
Can I
But
plug my,
thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch account to it and sub to any streamer you want free every month. Okay, back to you, Ellie.
Would I be able to shamelessly plug my Twitch in your chat?
Please,
You care about
you
that? Okay.
never have to ask that. Please, for the love of God, do it. Yes, yes,
Perfect.
yes. There's another good friend of mine, Stakes, as well. Yeah, please do. That's like the rule around here. I always found it very weird. Like, and nobody from Ignite does it. Like, I've always found it weird, like, for people. Like, I understand coming into a stream initially and being like, hi, nice to meet you, Jay. Hi, would you follow me? No, fuck you. But I've always found it weird, like, when people don't, like, support their friends or, like, don't use your own emotes in my chat. Like, I'd always found that to be very weird. But anyway,
Yeah,
back to the
yeah.
Elden Ring content. High stakes.
Rambler did get the grace. He got both graces. I don't know. It's fine. Grace Jorky makes getting graces really fast and is pretty irrelevant. But
No FU is a crazy call.
yeah, I mean, Horaloo. Listen, Horaloo is a fight of all time. A very controversial fight. I've noticed the more I talk with players, some players really like it. Some players think he's rubbish. Some players like it, except for the scream. I fall into that category. Where
yeah,
I think the scream is very obnoxious, but overall the flow of the fight I actually very much enjoy.
I do too. I like Godfrey way better.
Oh, I prefer Horaloo's moveset overall to dodge. I think it's more interesting. But
Okay.
I do think the scream makes the scream isn't big enough of a deterrent for me to prefer the moveset of Godfrey, but I do think Godfrey has some cool tech too. As Lemon put it, if you watch when the shaft is being held in the fire upheaval move, the mini phase transition, you can dodge. That's the timing for dodging the explosion.
Yep.
Lemon's words, not mine. So
Great damage on this death bird.
Yeah, with fire too. Yeah. Not worth like going back to the Grace and putting Sacred for, obviously, but
yeah, for sure.
Because the drop down and run up is so long.
I mean, that's a good point, Jaja. He does. I would agree. I like I'm like I don't know if it's like aura or it's just show off or whatever, because a lot of times it does backfire on me. I like rolling moves like that, like the stomp from Godfrey, the big phase transitions from like FSB, full grown FSB and stuff, and you have to run away for Horaloo on the big ground explosion. Like you can't roll that.
Is it really not possible to do any roll tech on?
Not on the big, not on the one
like
where he
explosion?
jumps way in the air. Not the one.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know. I guess you could Raptors of the Mist sit. Like
Right. Well, I guess okay. You're right.
But
Like
yeah,
there's
in random context though, like
you
you are just running away every time.
right.
Which I don't like. I mean, it's funny. I don't like it. On the other hand, though, if you get comfortable, and I'm not saying I'm there yet. I'm just kind of getting started there. If you get comfortable with it, you can run and after the slam, and if you space it right, you can ready a charge R2 and you won't get grabbed.
Right.
So there's like, I don't know, there's good and bad, but yeah, it's mostly annoying.
Does it require like an Ash or something like unique and special, Nardi? Because from my understanding, if you're just like base, like no special Ash of War, no special equip load, physic tiers, XYZ, you can't.
We are seeing, so I don't think PK.
Okay, so there you go. You have to purposely get knocked over. Okay, I see. Okay.
I see. That's
all right.
Smart. So we see, so so it's an all check game. Jory had a shard.
Yep, and now Midger will.
PK didn't have a shard. Midra will have a shard.
I could have sworn I saw PK drop a shard. No?
Maybe he did.
I'm almost certain that Deathbird dropped a shard.
And then did Rakshasa drop one too?
Rakshasa dropped one, yes.
Wow, this would have been the Mule Route's Wet Dream. Another Mule Route.
I'm almost certain it did.
I've been thinking, man, like I think the Midra part of Mule Route's the bad part. Like but getting Rakshasa, Jory, and PK out of the way.
Okay, thanks, game.
Early is not a bad route at all.
So there's a question. He did. Okay, so yeah. So
thanks,
PK.
Sorry about that.
There's a question in chat. It's actually right there. You all can see it. It says, Ellie, could you explain to anybody who might be new, myself included, what you mean by mule route?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So Mule Route is a demon spawned route from the Mind Palace of Shura and Nartok. And you basically have one person play the role of a mule, which is the least fun position you can play in the route, for reference. And your job is to do 4 checks quickly. Jory, Rakshasa, Midra, and PK. Skipping above all else. Like maybe you do the Ghost Flame with ads on the way to PK, for example, and you go through ADM and all that as well. And the idea behind the route is if you get lucky and you get shards at those 4 checks, you then are able to really quickly pivot around other checks on the map and skip large swaths of the area. And that's how you get absolute war crimes of score lines like we saw earlier this morning at 3 a.m. My time anyway, where Nartok and Shura were able to complete a seed with, I think, 27 checks.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Is that the thing that Kata like chimed in on? Where he was like, how?
Sorry,
okay, yeah, I was sleeping.
So 31 checks, rather, plus some share checks from Romina, right? So it's actually a pretty barbaric showing of that. So, yeah, and then the other person gets to play the seed for fun and do what they want. So,
right.
I think the part of that route that I find strong is like Jory, PK, Nidra, Rakshasa hit fairly high, seemingly. But if they don't hit at all, like if you get like one shard out of those 4 checks, you've lost the seed. You
Right.
spent so much running time going there for very little output. Do you want to explain the Rambler quit out thing, Jay?
I do, yeah. So,
Yeah.
no, awesome on the mule route. That's really cool. Believe it or not, I was that chatter in chat. I've heard it a bunch, and I knew it was like the Jory, Midra, Rakshasa. I just didn't realize PK was in there too, so that's really cool. So, in this 2v2 DLC Rando, players are allowed to quit out. By the way, we are working on getting the checks in the lower left to be updated when somebody quits out. It's only changing like that because Ramblers quit out. There is only one check left to do in the entire route in this entire match for Rambler and Dino, and that is Midra. And the rule is, and we've carried it over from other 2v2 DLC events we've had, if there is one check remaining and only one check, the other player who's not doing it can quit out to save their time. If for whatever reason, let's say Dino right now was running through Darklight Catacomb, and there was 2 checks left, Jory and Midra, Rambler would have to stay like active in the game. So that's why you see Rambler up there. Rambler is not done. He is literally standing at the door of PCR.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, I think now I want to know, Jay, these are hard. Rando's a little trickier than Bingo, because in Bingo you can always be like I'm trying to think of what would Vord and PrepareToTry need for them to come back in this game, and I think we would require like a 10-minute incidental on PCR fight, or
Yeah, it's gonna have to be
Dino
pretty big
on the NPCs, right?
That
also then wouldn't happen to Vort and Try, right? Like the incident would have to be so significant that it's only affects.
Is Dino through and near a limb yet? That I don't know. I don't believe he is, right?
No, but I believe he's killed. He has killed the FSB.
Correct, because he's the one that found O Mother. He was our first O Mother, and Vord in trouble again. Vord in trouble again.
Oh, he's dead.
And this is a shard too. Ooh, Misbegotten Crusader here.
Good fight. It's like if Misbegotten had some sauce, you know?
So information route is where one person prioritizes Midra and the other PK. That one I've done. That one I've done
versus
before.
Mule, where one person is both.
That one I've done before, yeah.
And that should be the last shard for them.
I think, yeah, so as we see this, so Rambler should be, load in here. There he goes. And that is all 35 checks. And yeah, so Dino is going to have to run through all of Anirlim, which is fine. His time will be significantly lengthier than Rambler. We'll see what the final boss is. I'm going to unmute Rambler for a second before I chime in on something. We're going to hear Rambler here. Grafted Scion. Not a big fan of foreplay, so no. Finger guns.
I don't know.
I'm actually kind of scared of Scion. Neither. I never learned him.
Oh my god, the damage. Oh my god.
I guess,
Ellie, this is perfect segue to what I was about to say is I think Vord
Soldier, Gardrick, and
wow.
Scion were not the diabolical wall that they needed.
That is not what Vord and Prepare needed. Vord and Prepare, if you happen to watch this back, it will be on my YouTube, guys, which I should have a command for. I don't know why I do, but I'll just put it here. I am streaming this on YouTube right now as we speak, but I'm doing that for archive purposes. If you guys watch this back, obviously a little bit of experience, right? Of course. What we appreciate is you guys coming in, you're taking a spot to fill in for somebody else. You want to play that. That means Ignite is welcoming to newer players. People want to play. Vord is a really good friend of mine. A very good DLC player, or excuse me, very good Elden Ring player. Well, DLC player too. Lamenter goes down there for Vord. Well done. But all that aside with experience and routing and all that stuff, I think a big proponent of this match was weapons. I really do.
I actually think they're on the pace is so close to equal if the weapons are the same. Like I really do think weapon selection was the big thing. We thought fights actually take 2 or 3 times as long for
100%.
both players. Like the time is in the weapons. And what's hard for me about that is they all had access to the weapons, as far as I understand. Like unless I missed Try's route and he didn't grab Iron Greatsword, but yeah, no, it's disappointing.
Can you
Unfortunately, with the
validate
weapon
this
diff.
statement?
But yeah, you guys played really well, Vort, and
You did.
Try.
You
this
really
weapon
did.
Diff was pretty significant.
You really
it's a
did.
lesson learned, unfortunately.
Yep.
At the time it is, but hey,
Yep.
you're not out yet. We have a losers bracket.
We
and,
do. We do. We should. Oh, that reminds me. Ibi and I were talking last night, and I need to know whether I was had too much to drink last night. I thought that we at some point, I don't know who it was, Helios immediately comes to mind, that we did have a 2v2 DLC rando weapon tier list at one point. Am I wrong on that? I know we did it for Amnesis and Scadubingo and base game. Maybe and Yibi's like, I don't think we did, and I'm like, you're probably right.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't remember
Okay.
one because it's so hard to do based on like what's available in the sea will really change. Like,
Right.
Like Diab and Orblade are bad, quote unquote, in this format, but but they're better than other somber weapons, right?
Right.
But they're not going to tier up better than like an Iron Greatsword, obviously.
And then
right?
Iron
So,
Greatsword is good, but we really need an Ash, you know? So like
Yeah,
that
right?
makes
Like,
it
without
also
an Ash-
tough too.
Like I had Black Seal Greathammer in my seed yesterday.
Yep.
Yesterday, and that weapon without an Ash War is dog shit. Otherwise, though, it's a fantastic weapon, right? But without an Ash, it's
Jeff. It's really not, Jaja. Even in DLC bingo, it's really
I gotta grab my
not.
George real quick.
Of course,
Sorry,
of
give me a
course.
second. Yeah, give me 1 second.
Even in DLC bingo, it's not. And I said it earlier, I think, before you came over and followed, and I'll die on this hill. I just don't think that that Meteoric Orb Blade is that good. I know it's got innate bleed, like I get it. It's actually halfway decent in base game bingo, but even there, I don't know. I just don't really like the weapon. I don't know. I don't know what about it makes it appealing, but I know in this it just sucks. Base game bingo, like if it was there in base game bingo, of course I would use it. Like I think it's fine, but even there, I'm just not. Poor range, heaviest katana, annihilated by every other single katana. Yeah. We will bring in Rambler and Dino if they so choose. I'll message Rambler right now. I'll wait till Dino's done. You may join for an interview. I'm actually gonna wait. I'm not gonna message him right now. Before I forget, like, thanks. I know Ellie's not here at the moment. She's grabbing her door, but thank you for co-commentating with me. Thanks for the follows today. That was very kind of you. I do play Elden Ring on this channel. I also play a lot of Hitman, World of Assassination, which I will be playing after this. Not on stream, but I will be playing after this. The website is pinned for this 2v2 DLC. I am going to cast throughout all of this, throughout all Vord and Let's Prepare, even when Rambler and Dino come in, if they so choose to. There is a match in about an hour and a half. It's on the website above. It is Who's and Sai against Casey and Yibi, right? Is that correct? Yes. Starts in 1 hour and 30 minutes. So that'll be fun. I think Harv is casting that one. Guess I could just look on the website, right? Harv is casting that one. Cool. Cool. Good.
Sorry about that, Jay.
No, of course. We do have where is it PK? Where is
Their last
Vord?
shard,
Yeah.
PK.
Is it PK? I think it is, right? Because Midra
think
one's
so.
already done. Misbegotten Crusader was killed. And here's Rick. What is... Poor Rick. That is just not the soldiers that Vord and Prepare needed. That's really
No.
funny. That's really funny. But well done. 2:34:59 combined. Very good time for sure. Well done by Rambler and Dino. I will send them a message.
Just for interview.
Yeah, just for I still want to cast
Sure.
throughout
I agree.
throughout Vord and Prepare. I don't want to make it be like, okay, you won, guys, have a good day.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
please give everybody a follow. Again, if you have just remember, doesn't have to be here, just remember, don't ever waste it. Jeff Bezos gets enough from us as is. If you have an Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch to it and sub to any streamer you want every month for free. And at the end of the month, it actually doesn't auto renew. So if you ever wanted to like spread it around to other casters or get emotes or whatever, a lot of people actually shockingly don't know that. So
Yes.
that was well done though. Vord and Prepare, I know you're not done yet because you have another another shard to get. But seriously, if you do happen to watch this back on, I imagine you'll probably watch it back on Pearls. But if anybody watched it back on here, you guys did play really well. I think the copium, unfortunately, of the weapons played an important role, as I mentioned earlier. So it was definitely a thing. I don't think Dino can join on here, but I could drag him.
I can. Did they say yes? I can go ask them. If
They
have a response.
didn't. They did not. Rambler
Hello.
did not.
Okay, this channel doesn't exist for me, Rambler. You're a fight.
Because you
Oh
logged.
yeah, because I locked it. Yeah. GG's, guys. Well done. GG's.
GG's.
Great run. I just had a couple of questions. As we are gonna watch finish Vord and Prepare finish out here. I did have a couple of questions. My first question is to you, Rambler. Really well done, by the way, guys, on your pivots to like weapons and stuff. I love that. I think it played a huge role. But my question to you, well, it's both to you, but officially to Rambler. Rambler, why after killing Godfrey at Cerulean Ghostflame Dragon did you decide not to like progress a little bit towards PK, knowing that all of the key item checks didn't hit and the first three checks that Dino did not hit a shard? I'm curious.
We kind of like established that as a philosophy for us. Like we try to avoid the long checks, right? Like PK
Sure.
and Midra.
Sure.
And at that point, Mother had not been found yet, so we usually just like say that run is just 10 seconds that we
Okay.
lose.
Hi, Sai.
While the PK skip potentially is like several minutes, right? So
Okay.
it's more important to get Mother as fast as possible to do hinterlands. And progressing that, like, it's very likely that you're gonna have to do PK at some point, but it doesn't strike us as like that big of a time loss to just run a little bit more. So that's why
Okay.
I didn't go all the way to the Fissure.
The way I put it is you save like 2 minutes of running now to potentially lose like 10 seconds to running back to where the Ghost Flame Dragon was later.
Okay. Yeah, we
Right.
had a little bit of discussion in chat. Like Ellie had good comments on it. Thomas was like, it's 50-50 on whether 50-50 or whether you do it on it or not. And I was just my logic, and you guys clearly thought better about it and more about it. My just immediate thought was, you've had like no goddamn shards. It's likely PK has one. Just go. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Yeah,
That's what Wander and I
with-
make the
with-
decision usually is based on our current shard count. If we're at
Yeah.
your shard position, the chance PK is not getting done is so low anyway that he might as well set up. But I did say in the broadcast, I
Yeah,
think
you did.
hunting for a mother, especially as the shared checks were starting to diminish, right? Dino was doing a bunch of them, Fogriff was done, and like nothing was hitting. The Death Knight was, you avoided that rightly so right at the time. Like
Mhm.
there was a lot of like, we don't know where this is, and it's, you need to, that's one of the most important things to find. So I don't think it was a mistake at all. It was the flaws is kind of what I figured with the philosophy that you guys were
Yeah,
just hunting
Yep.
for a mother as fast as you could.
Yeah, say I find the mother right then and there, then I'm probably wrong, right?
Right, of course, right? Then you don't have to hunt for it anymore. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, though, like it is a bit more complicated when like I said, like I still had like 3 outstanding checks of my own.
Yeah.
And Gino had already took like a reprimand boss. Usually we don't do that, but like the Scadu was a bit low, so he took not America, sorry, Gillica, to improve his situation. And because of that, like I'm already going to do a few checks. I'm gonna do that check less if I don't get a mother, right? So
Chewy!
it's better for us to figure it out as soon as possible.
Tier 2, you're nuts, man.
if
Half
if
a
he
year. Thank
doesn't
you
find,
very much,
Omada,
man. I appreciate
probably
you.
go Death
That's
Blight
very kind of you.
before,
Like,
like
I
I
tell
did
you
the
to
same
stop it
thing at
every
the-
month and you don't listen
It's
to me.
kind of funny when you think about it, but it's the same situation for Semisex, right? The difference obviously is Semisex is a fight that is very hard to pivot from, but it's the same type of time loss that you take by doing that check and not running immediately. That's why it's my last check outside of
Okay.
the flight.
Okay.
But because of this seed, I had the Death Knight. I wanted to be higher level in faith
Yep.
before fighting him. Turned out that was like wasn't that much needed because well, Fire Knight's
The
Greatsword
weapon
just like
destroys him. Yeah.
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
The crash poke is so good.
You guys will see Vord and Prepare, spoilers, Vord and Prepare played like very well. A couple of just unfortunate incidents and whatnot, a little bit of odd like routing and whatnot, you know, experience wise, but I think a main factor was weapons.
Yeah.
Because they're not that far behind you. It looks like it is, right? If you look at the IGT, it's like 20 minutes. But realistically, they played very well. Minimal deaths. Half of Vord deaths are from Lamenter.
Which is a big weapon difference problem too, right? Because
and it was,
Vigilance
but-
is so much worse than using.
Yeah,
But, like,
massive difference.
Hats off to Vord and Prepare. Clappies in the chat. Rando complete. Very well done. I'm
Did
sure
they
that
just
Pearl.
not find the weapons we did.
No, they
No,
did.
they did. That's the
They
hard part. They
did.
just chose not to use them.
Yeah.
They're just inexperienced, right? Not knowing
Yeah,
that's what it
was. Yep,
insane these weapons
absolutely.
are.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
So
if
I
you
mean,
ask
well
me,
done.
Rather be using the Meteoric War Blade in terms of like comfort. But I just like I know that Fire Knight's Greatsword is gonna perform better. So there's
Yep.
no
It's you just get to invalidate shit like Death Knights that usually take forever. It's like, oh, just crouch poke and boss is dead.
Yeah. Yep. And then I think my other question, if it was asked, was again to Rambler. Rambler, why the early heavy?
That was a
When you
mistake.
could. Okay, there you go. Okay,
That
because
was a
we
mistake.
were talking
I-
about it. Okay.
I was kind of like thinking about something else, and usually when I am like doing like a weapon like this, not like Fire Knight's Group, but a weapon that is good on heavy, I usually like my it's kind of like muscle memory to some degree. Like
Mhm.
I start with very high levels of strength, and I get the Rolana and Garu money that usually is enough to put me at 40 strength. So I almost always at the Dragon Pit, I put it at heavy. And that's what I did, and was a mistake because I still had the int tier, so the scaling would be better on cold, even without a boss that would suffer cold.
Okay.
And in that case, it was Radagon that like very unfortunate death. I blame the rock
Amen.
for a lingering hitbox.
Yeah.
But I will have to rewatch to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Shura runs on all his rando seeds because of the fire RNG, cold and scaling. an entire sea because the chance you don't frost is really low. And then
Okay.
the scaling is also insane. I'm also going to pull Vort and
Please,
Try
yes.
down here. They're down
Yeah.
to interview too. So,
Thank you.
GG's guys. Welcome.
GG's Vord and Prepare.
GG's, guys.
I want to say initially, like Vord came in really quick and was like, "Ah, damn, GG's," like, and he saw like the time and all that stuff. But I will like no BS. You guys played like very well. The time, of course, looks a little different, right, with the IGT of 20 minutes, but it was much closer than you guys may think. I'll have the cast here on my Twitch. I'm also live streaming it on YouTube right now for it to be archived. If you take aside the whole like Rambler and Dino, been doing 2v2 DLC Rando forever. If you take all that aside, a big difference was weapon, and I'm just curious. Was there a specific reason that you guys didn't use like Iron Greatsword or Fire Knight's Greatsword when you guys found it?
Wow. The Iron Greatsword I didn't use at all before.
Right. Okay.
And I picked up Dragon Halberd, and then when I thought I go with that, and it worked right before draining the water, the item in the little nook.
Yeah, it was in the little alcove.
I dodged that half the time.
Yeah.
Yep. I normally don't pick that up either, but it
yeah,
worked surprisingly well for DLC.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
All you gotta know is Iron Greatsword's like a fucking top 5 weapon. That shit's awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Especially with an Astral War,
it's very good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in general, no Ballarat Bridge, right? The Elac Bridge.
Oh, okay, that's
from
not.
Great
Yeah,
Site
Elac
to-
Great Bridge. Yep.
Yeah, so
that
spinning weapons in general are better in DLC because Sombers get most of their scaling from the raw weapon level, and especially at a +10, that's really noticeable on lots of weapons. But that scaling doesn't translate well into raw, like stat allocation. But spinning weapons are quite the opposite when they are tuned with like heavy, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That's all scaling, and we could see pound for pound. Because Dino did some fights that you both did, actually. So both of your weapons, just compared to Iron Greatsword alone, you guys got walloped in time on that. Like, not, again, like, it's just a weapon decision. Like, fights were so clean, like, but Dino trivialized some fights so much quicker. And then Fire Knight's Greatsword is available to all players in Hospital. And so I'm also curious about that one. But I know that one's like a comfort thing, maybe. So what was the thought behind that?
You mean Queline's Greatsword? No, the Fire Knight Greatsword.
It was Fire Knight.
Fire Knights. It
Yeah,
was the
Queline's
Iron
sucks
pickup.
up.
Yeah, Queline's is awful.
Yeah, Queline's is not good, but yeah.
Mm-mm.
No,
Yeah,
I
think
didn't know,
overall,
I didn't see it.
I think I wanted to stick with something I know rather than try something new for the first match.
Totally makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
Nope, I get it. No, in 128, 126, like extremely respectable times. That was a very, 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 very fun match to watch. You guys like legitimately played really well. Vord, Lamenter was literally half your deaths. Like you get Lamenter down right away. Like you have like 1, maybe 2 deaths, right? So, prepare with 3 deaths.
So much damage.
Yeah, it just really, really, really fun. Really, really, really fun to watch. I like games that are decided by like a little bit of routing and a little bit of like maybe some weapon, rather than like one team has 3 total deaths and one team has like 30. So it was very fun to watch.
I mean,
Also,
at the end of the day,
uh-huh.
I was happy with the Meteoric Orblade that I chose at the beginning, because like I was always trying to find something better because I found the larval tier in at the bridge.
Yes.
And so I kept looting even in later areas as well, which then I didn't find anything, but towards the end it was actually really good as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like the poise piece, like, and the early fights are also way like the Neil, for example, was way longer.
Yeah.
Did you not find Fire Knights in Hospital and Shadowkeep, or did you find it and not?
Was it in the right room?
No, it was the Iris of Grace pickup after the balcony drop. So instead of the pot, usually the hefty crack pots to the left on the bed, there's an item at an altar right when you jump off the balcony in Hospital, and it's usually an Iris of Grace, and that was Fire Knight's Greatsword.
Yeah, I ignored that because it was white.
Okay. Well then.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's a big. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, halfway ignore the question. I thought you had it. Okay. Fair enough.
No,
Okay.
no, I knew. I saw it. Obviously, I normally loot that too, but it's like I don't know. It just didn't feel like something worthwhile.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that. Sometimes you're right about that. Sometimes you're wrong. It's
Mhm.
Rando, right?
Yeah.
It's hard
Yep.
to like.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
one
you
that
played very well
makes
for
me
your first event, so.
makes me the maddest is the small white that can
random
be
loot.
great katana
Yeah.
or smoldering butterfly.
Or smoldering
No.
butterfly. That's funny.
No, it's
No,
just
no,
in
no,
principle,
no.
the small white item can literally be one of the best weapons in the game, or the
Mhm.
most useless crafting
Yeah.
material you'll never
Mm.
use.
Iron balls, great katana, or
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah, small white item. Yeah.
No, well done.
Yeah, but you
GG's.
played
Thank
really
you
well.
guys for
But you're not
allowing
out
me to
either.
cast.
You're in losers now,
Yeah,
right?
thanks
You're
for
not out
casting,
either.
Yep.
It's
So-
my
Yep.
pleasure.
Yeah, we will be back in the loser bracket, so we can't
That's
for
what
you
I'm
again.
talking about.
One day.
See you
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Grants.
Yeah.
See you in grants. Yep.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah, you guys go against. Is it not? I don't. It's not updated quite yet, but
Yeah, it's either Husai and Yebe and Casey.
also the
Ooh.
loser of that. You go. That'll
Yeah.
be a good game either way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
learn now.
Yep.
Learn now about now. I
For
mean,
sure.
2 hours, right? About
Right. Yes.
Yeah, 2
Hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Ooh,
hour and
nice.
50.
Yep. Hour and
Very
15
soon.
minutes.
Are you
Yep.
guys gonna cast that or?
Harv is.
And I'm joining
okay.
Harv as well.
Yep.
So Harv and I, yeah.
Yep.
And J2 if you want to join too, Jay, if you're not busy.
Yeah, if I'm not busy, if
Triple
you
cast
both
is my
don't, if they
favorite
both
casting,
don't
so-
mind, I probably
No,
will.
no, I'm sure. The triple cast is the best way to do it. It's much more dynamic. I
Yeah,
think we will
I'm
figure
gonna
out
get
the
some
other.
food, so I'm gonna sign out. I'm gonna end my YouTube portion so it can kind of be archived and get some food before the next one. But thank you, Ellie, for joining me. I appreciate it. Dino, Prepare, Vord, Rambler, thank you for allowing me to cast. Really fun game overall. And one last thing before I go and let chat know where to find everybody is Dino, I'm mostly impressed about you. You only had one death, and we're usually
First time,
banking
less
like
deaths
6
than
of them.
First time.
it's not the first time, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the first time ever.
Dino, I think you have to play sick every time. Because apparently when you're sick, you play really well and you don't die. What?
You just want to get it over with?
Hey,
that
I'd
was a
actually
good
rather
thing,
go in the
Chairman.
tree skip. That's the worst possible combination for me. The two things I take pride in being good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rambler taught me the full send tree skip. He said you don't have to finagle that. Just launch it with your heart. And I hate watching your. That was like a don't meet your heroes moment. Watching Rambler die. to
That's
tree skip.
funny.
That
That
was
one was my
catastrophic.
fault. The rather gone deaf, I don't think it was my fault. I think there was something fishy. The game was out to get me.
The
of
game
course,
was
of course.
out to get me. All right, friends, I'm going to deafen up real quick and send everybody off and tell them where we can find us all. And then if you guys are here, I'll chill with you guys for a bit, but I'm going to get some food. But thank you guys again. I appreciate it for casting with
Thanks
me
for
and allowing me to
commentating, and thanks
cast.
for the match, guys.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
It
well
call.
played,
was an
guys.
honor.
GG's.
What's fun?
GG's.
All right, I just deafened really quick just so I can shout out. Hi, Lark. How are you? I'm about to end. Chewy, thank you again for the resub. Anybody who hasn't followed me yet, you're more than welcome to. I'm not this like everyday streamer. I just do it every once in a while for Ignite or play some Hitman. But thank you all for joining me for the 2v2. I will end my YouTube stream right now so it can be archived. So well done.